Gather round, baby bats. Gather round, little darklings. It's getting late, and there are stories to be told. Traffic was lulled into a slowed hum of lackadaisical drivers and passengers as the sun slowly dipped westward. The weather a fierce mild, blue sky patined with bumbling cumulus clouds. The chirping of birds reached the decrescendo mark, becoming more of a dispersed, calm chatter between familiars. A motorcycle screams northbound for a comparatively small interval until its fury wanes into nothingness. The 6 p.m. Symphony in Tranquil Sharp Major is a brilliantly orchestrated song in its flawless, calculative execution, an improvisational renaissance. Brian returns the purple dildo from under the bed, feeling quite pleased with himself. The bed re-embraces him as he summons his black, fuzzy blanket over his body. Flickering images on the television cease, and the clickety-clack of a keyboard is rebirthed. Scrolling, writing, commenting, watching, listening, judging, reading, glancing, ignoring. All the things Brian and a few others do on the internet for a considerable amount of time. Then it stops. It all stops. The hum is absent. The chatter gone. The symphony is over, and not even the murmurs of the audience can be heard. I get the feeling I'm being watched. Brian anxiously pothered through his face flaps. Brian could feel the blood flowing through his body, and became aware of just how irritated he was that his left ankle ached, a cold sweat that persisted no matter how dutifully he wiped at his brow. Oh, just how maddening it was to always be touching something. Why is everything so still, and I am not? 2 red cacti, the size of bicycle helmets, phased through the nicotine yellow wall and stared at Brian with emphatic black beetle eyes. Brian sat upright and motionless, waiting, hoping, anticipating, staring, breathing. All things one does when confronted with 2 bipedal cacti.
Hug,
said the dumb one.
Yes, please, hug us. We would like to be hugged, sir,
loosely reiterated the not-so-dumb one. Brian exhaled what was almost a single abrupt, silent laugh copulated with a sigh of distress. He searches for a response. I would like to, but I'm afraid I have just met you. And besides, wouldn't it hurt hugging you with your needles and all? He failed tremendously.
Hug,
bemoaned the dumb one, now scaling the foot of the bed.
I'm afraid it's too late, sir. We must hug you. We cannot accept your refusal,
the not-so-dumb one further interpreted. Brian was absolutely paralyzed. The following day, Brian came into work with 2 red bicycle helmet-sized cacti attached to his leg. Yes, onlookers often scoffed and ogled, and yes, it became tiring to explain how one comes about having a pair of cacti attached to their leg. But as time went on, it became easier. Managing the ordeal soon became effortless, less than an afterthought even. And although Brian felt that life would often be more comfortable without the cacti, he also knew that 6 p.m. only comes once a day. Good night, kiddos.